LittleBigPodcast. This is episode 105, and it is a Q&A special. Now, the reason we're talking quickly is we want to give you guys that are on the laptop right there, chatting with us, enough time to ask all the questions that you want, and that time will be about 10 to 15 minutes for those of you guys watching.
Right.
So pour out all your questions in that amount of time,
Yeah.
and then we will dump you guys, no offense, and we will do the rest of the episode.
Show, and then leave the rest of it to be a surprise.
Yes. So let's get going with some
First off, though, what's going on actually is we have a live feed going right here. Hi guys, on the live feed, and they are going to be asking us questions, you know, live. Anyway.
Yeah, and I have actually a shout out before we get started, so I can take these sunglasses off. A shout out to the guys at Need for Speed. They sent me these epic sunglasses in the mail for a contest and the shirt. So, thank you. Just thought I'd give them a shout out. And now it's time to go with the Q&A.
All right, let's go. First off, we have a question from Tidcore. What inspired you to start the podcast except LVP?
Okay, so I'm going to have to talk about Criterion
again. We're going to have to talk about Criterion again.
Okay, so Criterion Games had a podcast, and just a quick note, if you want us to see your question, wait until we're just about done answering. So,
right, okay.
Criterion Games had a podcast called Crash TV in
2008, yeah.
2007, 2008, and it was just really good. It was high quality, it was really good. So, one of the weeks they were like, oh, send us a postcard, we'll send you a postcard back. So we sent them a postcard.
Wow, you're really going into the entire story, huh?
I am, because we tell this story a lot, but we've never gone into it. So, we sent them a postcard, they sent us one back, and then they were like, wow, look at this work, we did a little Photoshop job. And we thought it was the coolest thing ever, and we just kind of...
We died when they put our art up, well, it was like a Photoshop job.
It was so cool.
We Photoshopped our, and if I can find it, I'll throw it in right here. But we Photoshopped ourselves, leaning up against... I hope I can't find it, too. Yeah, us leaning up against one of the cars in the game, and it was bad.
It was really cool.
But it made it on the show, and we were really happy.
Yeah, that's the part that was cool,
right.
not art. Yeah. Anyway, but I mean, we were like, okay, so what they're doing is great. I mean, it keeps the community involved, and we were like, you know what we should do? We should make our own podcast about Little Big Planet. Yeah. And then when the developers hadn't, we did. So
that's pretty much
the start of Little Big Podcast, I guess.
All right,
and actually, what happened is we broke off and kind of did a different show at first, and it was terrible.
Oh,
we're not even going to say the name
our first
of it.
Experimental show. For those of you who are old enough to know about this show, or at least have been around with our studio long enough to know about that show, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
it was bad.
It was terrible.
And so that was our experimental show, and then we did this for 2.5 years, and we're where we are now. So
yes. All right. Let's see. How can I get my fan site noticed by Media Molecule? Okay, so there's this really cool thing that Spaff and Tom created before they even got jobs at Media Molecule, right?
Right.
And it was called Little Big Fans, and that is still in use, believe it or not. And you can go to littlebigfans.com and submit your fan site, and of course, they work at Media Molecule, so there's not really a better way to be noticed by Media Molecule.
Of course, then you can always hit up hello@MediaMolecule.com.
Right, you can hit up the hello at Media Molecule, but that's another good way. And if you're talking about just getting noticed in general by people, the biggest thing is to get in touch with other people.
Right. And do a contest.
Yes, contests are
the second
incredible.
you offer up a crown, people will swarm your website.
Yeah, even when we were terrible, we got loads of views on an episode when we
did a crown contest. Right. So people will do anything to get a crown, even if your show is completely terrible.
Yes.
So.
Oh, somebody says, oh, no,
you can't read that.
Judging from your shirt, you play Need for Speed. Oh, yeah, we play Need for Speed. I mean,
he's more of the Need for Speed addict. See, Hot Pursuit was what really got me back into Need for Speed. That was always my favorite.
And now, Shift 2 Unleashed?
Street racing and that kind of racing is just okay, whatever, you can do that in real life. But you can't go run. You can't go run from the cops.
Don't say that, Austin.
You can't go run from the cops and stay in the law.
Yes.
In real life.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I like Hot Pursuit.
Gran Turismo as well. Now, the best experience I've had ever playing Gran Turismo is at the Sony South Store PlayStation Lounge.
Oh my goodness, those racing sleds are amazing. Alright, you guys,
so
for those of you who know what they are, it's like a racing sled with a full-on driver's seat and pedals,
yeah,
and
we got to
wheel
play
and
one
TV.
of those.
Guess how much those cost real quick. Just throw a number out there.
Throw out a number. We're waiting. I needed this. I needed exactly. Water anyway. $1,200, dude. You are off by 10 times.
Yeah. Those seats cost $12,000.
Yes, so. $12,000. 12,000 big ones.
Alright, there's one that I saw up here. How did you get involved with Media Molecule? Probably two months. No, maybe a month and a half after we started the show. Anton from Media Molecule contacted us.
And we were like, oh, that was just an email from Media Molecule.
All it was just a simple email. It was just like, hey guys, love the show, keep it up. And that was it. And we were like...
That was enough for our heads to explode. And we just got really excited about it. I mean, it was something that we wanted to keep doing.
That was more of like just like, okay, keep going. That wasn't really an involvement process, but that was, I guess, step one. And then probably in April... when Spaff and Tom got their jobs, that's when we really started getting involved with Media Molecule, and then we, I'm
just making sure the camera is still going. Yes, we are good.
Awesome. So then we started, what else did we start doing? We started interviewing.
Yes, we interviewed, and then
it all started in April of 2009.
It was a lot of fun.
So about 2 years ago.
Let's see. Another question. If other people made podcasts about another game similar to your show, would you feel proud? Or, if you guys made a show similar to what we do, it wouldn't really bother us.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's how we got started. Yeah. Because honestly, we set out, and I hate to admit this, but we set out to try to be like Crash TV for Little Big Podcast.
Right.
And that was a pretty big ambition because they were multiple levels ahead of us.
Yeah.
But it's something to get based off of, because once you start rolling with an idea in your head, you'll start to develop your own style off of that idea, because odds are yourself is going to come out in anything that you do. You can't full-on copy somebody.
The only thing that really bothers me, speaking along those lines, is when people try to be who they're not.
Right.
That's the only thing
that
bothers me.
So if you're thinking about starting a show, you can use, our show, other shows as like a, kind of like an outline. Format, okay, I'm going to do news and, feature some stuff that people have made, whatever. But don't try to be... a person. Like, be yourself, but follow the outline. Don't be...
Right. I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with basing your show off of a different show. And I think that's actually a good thing. Because if somebody else has something going, you can skip however many years of learning that they did and jump right into it.
Well, you still learn something yourself also.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But you don't have to do all the... stuff in between. You can start off with a good format and go. Like, we've worked for 2 years to get what we've done, and I mean, I'm not trying to be proud of what we're doing in any sense,
at all.
But I mean, we've done this for 2 years, experimented around, and
if you
want to use our format, then you can skip 2 years of trial and errors.
And of course, not everything's going to work for everybody. Every show has to be different. So,
can we talk about PlayStation Home?
Yes, we can
talk about PlayStation Home.
We are going to have our episodes being... Well, they're going to start being featured in the community theater in PlayStation.
Now, look, when we say episodes, they're going to be independent, exclusive episodes.
Right. Like, our show's still going to continue on in YouTube and all of this and iTunes.
Right.
But then we're going to start producing an exclusive mini-series. Well, not even mini-series. We're going to start producing, like, a second Little Big Podcast exclusively for home. We will keep you guys up to date on all that, don't you worry.
Another one, let's see...
Any news on a Little Big Podcast website?
We actually decided that it would be more beneficial to use the money that we would have had to spend for, like, hosting and all that junk on, like, more video equipment and things like that.
Getting us to New York City.
Getting us to New York City. Let's see. I just saw another question. Oh, what are we thinking about doing for a career? Hopefully something in the gaming industry. That's what they wrote. And yes, the video game industry is always going to be growing. And I think that's something that's actually kind of interesting. The video game industry is quickly taking over as, the biggest industry.
The biggest entertainment industry, yeah.
Because, I mean, think about it. Everybody likes to have fun. And everybody likes to do stuff they couldn't normally do. So playing video games is just, like... perfect.
Now, like, they're not always the same. Like, gaming is not for everybody. But, it's... Anyway.
Yeah, gaming's not for everybody.
But I personally want to go into a little bit more, like, VFX work. Like, some of you have noticed on ReactStudios.com, plug for us if you want to check that
plug
out.
For React
we do a few other projects on there, and we like to make things blow up sometimes. We haven't made a full-on short movie yet, but that is coming this summer when we have time, and all of our friends are off
both in school,
in
case you haven't been able to tell that. We're both in school, so it's a little bit hard.
It's hard to do stuff when you only have the weekends to work on stuff.
Yeah. Let's see, I just saw another. How would you summarize the experience of being called to go broadcast in New York? And how is it like interacting with the gamers, creators, record breakers?
Wow.
Summarizing it, it was
the best week that I've had in years.
It was crazy. I mean, yeah.
There's nothing better than like meeting all these people that you talk to them, like Media Molecule and stuff. We've done video chats with them and stuff, but we've never met them in person. And be able to meet some of those guys in person is just awesome. They really are that funny in person, and they're actually a whole lot more funny than you might think they are. They're a blast. They just love to have fun. All the other guys that we got to hang out with, let's see, Foofles, X Kappa X, Dr. Booty.
If you start naming people,
yeah,
we're gonna leave people off.
So we're not gonna do that. But there were loads of people that we got
Arnold
to hang out with.
Arnold 23 was another one. Yeah, I'm not gonna name
it was
anymore.
It was a lot of fun. It was an honor to be called. I mean, like, it would have been fun to just been up there in the crowd.
Yeah.
But it was an honor to be called up there. Hey guys, do you want to co-host the event? Especially with people like Veronica from Core and then Jeff Rubenstein from PlayStation Blog. I mean,
it was one of those like
they seriously want us to host alongside with these people. Like, I mean, I could understand, okay.
Kevin Butler hosting alongside, but like
they actually wanted us to help host the event.
Didn't see that coming.
When they proposed it to us, I was shocked. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah. Huge thanks to Mr. Mark Valador for helping most of that happen.
And a couple other of the guys at Deutsch. You guys are incredible superheroes, and it's lots of fun.
Let's see.
What's the best swag we got? Oh,
most of it you see on. Well, some of you guys might not see it, but when you're watching the episode, you'll see most of the swag.
Yeah.
My favorite swag
has to be the collector's edition.
Yeah, it has to be this collector's edition right here, because we got it signed by like everybody. And so that's just a really cool memory. Not only the collector's edition is just awesome, but just to have a remembrance of our director and a couple guys from Media Molecule, and I mean it's just cool to look up there and be like, oh yeah, that was really fun. So.
Yeah, and I guess I just looked over, I saw a signature from Luge, and she's been giving us shout outs on like every single video she's been in, so huge thank you and a shout out to Luge from the Tester, because she's been really nice to us, and we're her brothers now. Yeah. So yeah, I have to give her a shout out.
Let's see. PSP version of Little Big Planet. Oh, okay. I thought that was two. That's a question mark. PSP version of Little Big Planet is really good. It was actually not developed by Media Molecule. I mean, it was assisted by Media Molecule, but it was developed by a separate PSP studio.
Now, do you want me to go off on like a freak out on NGP?
NGP, there we go.
Oh my goodness, dude! I saw a video of Little Big Planet 2 being played on NGP. And that was enough for my head to go.
Just the concept of being able to, and not all of this has even been expounded on yet, especially not till E3. But just the fact that you can have a system that has graphics just as awesome as a full-on console, and then have being able to play the same games.
I want an NGP now as well. Yeah. And rumor has it that if you try to go pre-order one at GameStop, they're gonna charge you $1,000.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
That's true or not,
I mean, that is ridiculous because it's not going to be that much. But
hey, one from Radio DMD. Have you met Kevin Butler? No, we have not met the actor in person. We did actually get. I know some of you saw this last week. Yeah. But we did get a chance to meet the Nick DeVita, the actor from the Kevin Butler and Best Buy commercial.
And he met them. So indirectly, like
we know Kevin Butler indirectly.
We know people that know people who.
Right. But we've never met him in person. So. But,
let's see. What do you like? That's a stupid question. Which do you like better, LBP 1 or LBP 2? That would be like saying, would you rather live in a pile of poo or in the White House? I mean,
White House is kind of boring though.
Yeah.
Just offices.
Okay. Travis Pastrana's house with the big stuff.
So much of LBP 1 comes into Little Big Planet 2 that it's really the same game.
But Little Big Planet 2,
love all around.
Yeah. Will we start more videos on Perfect Poppet? Now, that's something that we are actually kind of happy to say yes, we are.
We are going to start releasing more Perfect Poppet videos, more stuff going in more places, but that's all we can say about that now.
Yeah, we can just kind of...
Alright, let's see.
What was our first game and system? First game was... Lego Racers.
Lego Racers.
And Austin was an idiot. Okay. Did you bring up Little Big Planet 2? I'll use this as an example.
No, I left it down on the.
Okay. Well, like you know how it has like the plastic seal that keeps the game in there. Well, he ripped off the first case.
I ripped off the cellophane, and then
ripped off the second piece of plastic, and it was.
So I had to tape the cover onto the game.
Daniel Warner, we just answered your question. So
that was my first video game fail right there. Ripping off both layers of plastic, but
we still never beat that game. That was so hard. Our first system. PlayStation 2, dude. Oh yeah, but I mean that doesn't mean we've never played a PS1.
Right.
That just means
our first system that we got was a PS2.
Yes.
All right.
My first game was Donkey Kong Country. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That was pretty good.
If a viewer made a video for the podcast, would you feature it on the show?
Well, that just depends on how epic it is.
We don't get a lot of those, but
the ones we do get, we usually tend to put on. So. More questions. We need more questions.
We have plenty of questions. I'm just,
I can't find them.
Alright, we answered Little Big Planet all around.
Yes.
Love that. So the New York City thing, I mean.
Yeah, let's just get back on that since we didn't really mega expound on it. It was, what was your favorite?
My favorite part was definitely the after party, because everyone, we were all done with the event. Yes, we broke the records.
Everybody was just kind of
we could all just chill and have a good time, and
it was fun.
David and Lauren and Sean were also like out of it, and it was just hilarious to goof around and be like, all right, well, this is the last time for a while that we're gonna all see each other in person. So it was just kind of fun, hanging out, goofing around, and then saying bye, which was the sad part. But all around, it was really fun.
It was crazy. It was pretty cool, and. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I would have to say my favorite part was the whole thing. But, I mean, like, to name something specifically, it was just getting to know everybody and it was just a lot of fun. Let's see. Little Big Planet 3.
Not for another 2 years.
Yeah, at least. And then I would like to throw something in there. If you've played the Little Big Planet 2 story mode, you might have noticed something that kind of hints at something extra.
Hey, no spoilers, man.
No spoilers. And that's all I'm going to say.
Alright, what are your thoughts on Sac Enema?
Sac Enema is, like...
incredible. Shout out to them, because they, as we speak, are breaking 1 million total upload views on YouTube, which is pretty killer. We're only at 340. So
yeah, so don't brag about it when you hit it or anything, because I'll be angry.
We're coming for you. We're gonna catch you.
Yeah, we gonna catch you, so you can run and tell that.
Let's see.
How much time does it take to break the record? To record,
edit, and upload one episode of the show.
Okay, so recording. Yeah. Well, it depends. Like sometimes there are days when it takes 10 minutes to record.
There's some days when it takes 20 minutes to record.
And there's some days where it takes over an hour to record, and that was
because we have to go back and...
No, that's like when Austin's like... That take
was terrible. That didn't look good. Yeah.
I'm like...
You gotta be critical of yourself.
You do, and I am proud to say that we are very critical of ourselves.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
once we're done, like, taping, I go downstairs, I import onto the computer, pull it up, start editing, gather all our level recordings, viewer art, pictures, all that great stuff. And I piece it together. It probably takes about an hour, usually.
An hour and some change.
Yeah. So once I'm done with that, I export it, which usually takes about 2 hours, maybe more, if I'm having a Murphy's Law kind of day.
Somebody just started, I'm backing up.
Right, so when it's done,
nice job.
Probably close to
6 hours?
6 hours every Friday.
6 hours,
put it out.
No pay, we rock.
I'm surprised it's still bright outside. I mean, it's almost
it's winter and it's like quite bright.
I'm happy about this. It was really warm today.
Yeah, it really was. Now another question I see from GrabSwitch, grabswitch.com. Go there. Also, LBP2 blog helped those sites get started. Anyway, he wrote. Let's see. Will you guys ever release blooper reels? And we have
loads of blooper reels. We have one for episode 95, which was actually pretty funny. We released one with me and Daniel laughing hysterically. Don't remember what episode that was. I don't even know why.
90. It was Yeah, it was really funny and stuff.
Let's see.
When is the director's cut of the podcast going to be
released?
Probably when we have a week.
There's just every once in a while we'll just have this 1 week where things will just be either just drop dead funny
or like I go way too far on something. Yeah, and I just it's like. You know, I wonder what the surface of Mercury is like.
Exactly.
And I wonder if you can drink chocolate milk.
Yeah, we go off down a rabbit trail, and it's like, oh goodness. So if you ever watch our episodes and you see one of these little things right here, like those things right there, that means that we cut something out, obviously. So sometimes they're really slick, and you can't really tell, but sometimes they are not so slick. So yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Leather Monkey. Leather.
Hey,
yeah,
what's
Leather.
up, man?
He says that, how's the Q&A going? The Q&A is going great.
Are these questions matching our expectations? Of course they're matching our expectations.
They're blowing our expectations out of the water, and yes, the Sack Anima plug was awesome. sackanima.co.uk, they now have a domain name. You can go there and check out them, and while you're there, you can subscribe to them.
But hold on, don't go there just yet, because we're not done.
Yes, don't go there yet. What did we think of Dead Space 2? Well, your mom hates it, so
alright.
I haven't played it.
That's a really good question. Thank you. Bluefire132 says, for those of us who didn't know about you guys before the NYC event, what exactly is Little Big Podcast, and what do you do each episode?
Okay,
hold on. I got a question for you. Did you find us because of the New York City event?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Did any of you guys find us just because of the New York City thing?
No, I'll keep talking.
I mean, we'll keep talking, but just let us know.
We actually...
Oh, wow. That's
sweet.
Really awesome.
Thank you. You are awesome.
We gained at least one more viewer.
I know, right? That's pretty sick.
All right.
A normal Little Big Podcast. We come in, we say, hey guys, welcome to the Little Big Podcast. This is episode blah, 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 and let's get started. We go to community levels, and then after community levels, we do some shout-outs to our faithful viewers and friends, and then we do all the news for that week, and then we talk about if there are any new trailers, new DLC, or anything else.
So basically anything you need to know about Little Big Planet, we got it. What's your biggest fail and win? Our biggest fail, really, was probably our first episode. And then our biggest win was definitely with New York City. So.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Will you continue making videos for Perfect Poppet? Yeah, we answered that before, so we're going to start that back up.
What's our
favorite LBP2 character? I'd have to say Dr. Higginbotham.
Higginbotham, yes. And then I imagine that their eyes were pies. And that doesn't even make sense.
Alright, whoever wrote this, it was Johnny Hopper.
Johnny Hopper
wrote it. Yeah, those are brilliant. So
yes.
Favorite TV show?
Well,
honestly, I've been so caught up with
TV.
Keeping all this Twitter stuff going and all the show stuff and playing LBP2.
Yeah.
I have to say my favorite TV show is Mythbusters.
Delicious socks.
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters is a really good show, but
that's just me because I'm a total science nerd and I
would have to say like Ninja Warrior.
Ninja Warrior is absolutely hysterical.
Ninja Warrior is great. A shout out to G4 TV.
Yeah, G4.
They started following us or whatever. So, G4 plug. If you guys want to hire us, you can contact us. And we'll fill out a resume.
Okay, so he's eating everyone's socks and trying to lick his eyes.
Yes. That was like absolutely hilarious.
Any specific levels.
Well, like if you're talking story mode, the level that stuck out to me the most in story mode is a side level, pool. I don't know why.
That was incredible. Like, it just felt different. Like, they really made pool as a story level. Like, I mean, it was cool, but it was just like, whoa, didn't see that coming. So that was really cool.
Really cool.
Can you say my name? Tidkor. Or, wait, how do you say it? Tikdor.
Tikador.
Sure, yeah. I said your name.
Tikador.
Okay, yeah, I do an LBP podcast. Okay, yeah, you're okay, yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And I do lots of PSP stuff. Ace Creator, who works at Sony Cambridge and made LBP PSP. That's cool.
That's cool.
I think I actually saw that one.
I did see that one.
Alright,
so, you're being watched.
You're being watched.
Jeez, Bo.
Alright, so do you guys have any more questions real quick? I watched the first episode of Good Comedy. Oh yeah, it's great.
It's comedy, alright.
You want to know real good comedy? Go on YouTube and turn on the captions, the automatic captions detection.
Single episode.
Oh my goodness, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen ever. Like turn on the YouTube captions and it'll like tell us we're saying the most random stuff. Like we'll go on and it sounds good.
No, I think the best one is when we interviewed Alex Evans for episode 70. 70? Yeah, 70. Yeah. And like one of the captions was "Nobody respects an Englishman." And I was like, what?
It was it's a good idea.
So
don't get me wrong. Google is trying to work at this, but it does not work at all. Especially not with Daniel. Like my voice. Look, see if you have the YouTube captions on right now. My name is Austin. See, it probably works perfectly, but his voice definitely doesn't work.
My name is Daniel. And
alright, so you watched
yes,
it. Oh
Cheesebo, we did watch it. So,
did you watch it just now?
What? Watch
the episode. Did you watch it right now? Or just now? Maybe not. I see facepalm, so oh my goodness, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we told you. It was
And
it
we
was
would
bad.
watch your Ratchet and Clank podcast.
Yeah, of course we would watch it.
Yes, we would
Yeah,
watch
just
it.
hit us up when you start doing it. And
yeah.
We'll go for it. Alright.
Well, when you guys, we'll give you like, let's see, how many more minutes? It's 4:45 right now. We've kept you, at 4:50, we are going to stop and we're going to toss to a video and let you guys go. So.
Yep. Your first episode on YouTube is 66, I do believe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing about that is we didn't really see YouTube as a place that our show would go anywhere.
Yeah.
So then we were like,
we'll do it later.
Yeah, we'll just stick on blip.tv for now. So
we're actually.
Oh, I just said blip.tv. That's now everybody's gonna go.
Alright,
find
But
first episode.
We've only been on YouTube for about 11 months now.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah, 11 months. So yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, any big plans for the home show? Of course there are big plans, but we can't talk about them. So.
Yeah. Now I know where to look. Yeah, you know where to look.
Alright, so you guys go ahead and
let's see.
Send in
wrap
your
up the final questions.
And then we're gonna
will you guys make a commented video walkthrough for the LBP games? Sure.
Of course we will.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you guys want
we
we'll
need to fix our capture card because currently when we import it into any kind of software, the video and audio lags, which you may have noticed in some of our Mob Nation videos and some of our other LBP videos that we've uploaded, and it's terrible. So.
Yeah. So we'll fix
we need to fix that first.
Crank everything out that we can.
If not, you can always head on over to sacinema.co.uk for some really cool playthrough videos.
How many plugs are we gonna give them before the episode is over?
we gotta get them to like 1.5 million views or something. Have you
blow
watched the Trollolo guy? Of course we've watched it.
Yeah.
I have that as my ringtone. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be absolutely hilarious.
Facebook or Twitter? Definitely Twitter. Twitter's much better.
I would have to say Facebook is like...
Facebook's too real.
No, it's like, how do I word this? It's a fertile garden for drama, and I hate drama, so...
That works.
Well, not like drama on Fantasy Factor, though, because that's absolutely hilarious. Anyway.
What?
MySpace.
MySpace?
Who uses MySpace anymore?
Wow.
No.
Okay, can you guys give Ratchet and Clank Dude a shout out?
Ratchet and Clank Dude.
Shout out to Ratchet and Clank Dude. Alright, let's see, what else?
At Cheesebo.
Yeah, at Cheesebo.
I don't know, since we're giving shout out to all of our friends all over the world, so...
Everyone on here shout out. So I can't see all of your names, but all of you guys shout out.
I don't think there's a way
Gamer
to see
in Depth shout out.
Gamer in Depth.
What's
Is
up?
that where you guys are from? I totally didn't even recognize the name. I feel stupid if that's what you guys are from. Gamer in Depth.
Alright.
Gamer in Depth. You guys are epic and awesome. Oh, you're from Gamer in Depth.
Alright, yeah, we just watched your show the other day.
With Luge and the shout out to us and stuff. You guys have something really good going.
I'll make your podcast on LVP too. Would you voice act for it? We could. We were actually thinking about doing that, just like a big commercial kind of thing for the show and just get it out there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it is 4:49, so you have 1 minute to send in your final questions. We'll answer them as quickly as possible, and then we've got to go finish up the rest of our episode.
Why does this Q&A have to end?
Because
all things must come to an end.
All good things must come to an end. So, do we have pets? Aw.
That's a sad question.
We had an awesome dog for 8 years, and we had to put him to sleep this summer because he couldn't walk.
He was 140 pounds.
For those of you who know what it is, it's a Newfoundland, giant dog.
Newfoundland.
And he was really sweet. He was one of those dogs that you could cuddle up with, and we'd be like, give me a hug, and he would put his head up on your head. And he was a really sweet dog. And we were gonna bring him on the show one time.
Newfoundland's
but he was like. By the time we started the show, his hips were too bad to climb upstairs, so we're upstairs right now. And we would love to have him come up and be on the show one time, but we never got to do that. Yeah. So, But yeah.
You guys are going to make me cry or something. I feel sad now. Let's see.
Do you guys think a pet sack boy would be cool? A pet sack boy would be incredible.
No, a pet sack boy would be annoying because, like, knowing how much I slap, a pet sack boy would probably slap me a lot.
So. It wouldn't hurt a lot. It'd be like a little tiny flick or something.
No, if it was, like, my size, it'd be like, oh, boom! And it's like, oh.
Flying out the window or something.
I'm flying out my windows.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us, guys. We love talking to you. Hopefully we can do this more often. I think this is cooler than having people email their questions in, because it leads to more of like a discussion with you guys. So, yeah, thanks, guys. Be sure to tune in. This is all
going into the Little Big Podcast, so clap, 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 clap.
So be sure to tune in. We'll have this episode out later tonight. For you guys in the UK, it'll probably be way too late. Yeah, you can just see it tomorrow.
Yeah, so you can just see it tomorrow. And let's see, I was trying to think we may just do this. Another live stream.
We may just do this spontaneously, like tomorrow or something. Like, hey, you guys want to chat, and we'll hop on and do this just informally. It won't be recorded or anything.
So everybody, if you have a Twitter, hop on Twitter and follow at LittleBigPodcast, and you can keep up with us. And then if we ever feel like doing a chat, you guys will all know. And also, if you made an account on Ustream to chat, then you can join our crowd, is what they call it.
On
crowd.
Ustream.
And then every time we go up,
you'll get a notification.
So, yeah, and all you guys probably follow us anyway. That's probably how you found out about this.
Well, our PSNs, I'm CoasterKid93, and
I'm DJS18, and you've just watched a special edition of the Little Big Podcast.
Unfortunately, we're capped off, or both of our accounts are capped off on friends, so you can email us, and I think with LBP2 you can actually like go in and invite people who aren't on your friends list. So if we're not busy, every once in a while, like we haven't actually been playing online at all. We wanted to beat the story mode of the game first before we started playing online, because the servers were overloaded. And we just, we wanted to, like, okay, we're done with the story levels. These are amazing. We're going to come back and play these still a whole lot more. But we just want to get this done before we start playing with you guys. So
I kind of wanted to figure out the story.
Yeah, we're going to be on and open to a lot more inviting, so. Yeah.
So,
anyway, I think our Q&A session is about up. Thanks for joining us, guys. We loved having you. We're going to do it again sometime soon. Just stay tuned to @LBPodcast, once again, on Twitter.
Yes.
And we'll keep you updated on when we're going to do one of these again. Little Big Planet 2, obviously, that's the big thing that's going on right now.
2.
Make sure you get a copy of the game if you don't have one. It's incredible. If you're thinking about getting the game, just go get it. Don't even think about getting it, because you will love it. The story levels are amazing. We just finished up the story yesterday. The community,
that was the story I was going to share.
The community never ends. So
it took us how many tries?
It took us 5 or 6 tries to beat the Negativitron.
And the funniest thing about it is it wasn't that hard once we figured out what we were supposed to be doing. Like, I thought that they killed on the way down. I'm like, how are you supposed to avoid it? It goes all the way across.
But you can jump through before it hits the ground. Anyway, without spoiling too much of that.
Yeah.
So, obviously, go out, play Little Big Planet 2. It's an amazing game.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about getting it, go get it. I've already said that, but it's worth saying again.
My case just fell off.
Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. Sorry for the longer-ish episode, but
sorry for the 2 not normal episodes in a row. If you were looking for a normal episode, then
if you're looking for a normal episode, wait till next week.
Yes, so we will have a
we did the New York recap last week, and then this week we did the Q&A. If you want to see our normal show, just wait till next week.
I guess we could do a little toss-out annotation right here.
Right.
Throw an annotation to the top right-hand corner, left-hand,
you definitely reached down the screen.
Okay, well, I was reaching out to grab it and pull it down into.
Anyway. I can't motion track annotations.
Yeah, no, I don't really care. Anyway,
what
a link
the annotation for?
To our New York City
montage. Yes.
Is that technically a montage, or is it more of like a music video?
It's not really a music. I don't know. It's really cool. We just mashed up a bunch of the clips that we filmed.
Yes.
It's not even all of them actually. It's like pieces of almost 3 hours of footage that we have. So go check that out if you have the time. It's, in my opinion, I thought it was a really cool video.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
And I don't know what it's like. I mean, like, we lived that, but I'm not sure what it looks like to people who weren't there. But hopefully it gives a pretty cool idea of what it was like.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, guys. This was episode 105. Next week is episode 106, which will hopefully only be about 15 minutes long, which is our usual running time.
Yes,
this week we went over. For those of you who may be just joining us, this is not a usual episode. This is our cool Q&A go for half an hour or more episode.
I keep yawning.
Keep yawning. Alright, well, that must mean it's time to go.
It is.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us, seriously, guys, and we'll see you next week. Be sure to tune in to LittleBigPodcast.com. We may be uploading surprise videos throughout the week. Also, be sure to check out ReactStudios.com. That's our basically our label for all things.
Right. And then, like, if you want to get in touch with us as React Studios, like, if you have a specific project that's not LBP related that you want us to do,
yeah, like, if you have any cool ideas, like,
for that, and a comment board. So just use one of those two things to your advantage, and we'll see what we can do.
Alright, well, I already said that, so I guess we'll see you next week.
I think you said that 3 times.
106. Bye.
Bye.